Level 1, you wake up to silence, not the good kind. A silence stretched thin with tension. Your phone buzzes. An alert slides onto the screen. Emergency declaration, temporary amnesty. All criminal codes suspended for 24 hours. You blink. The world feels wrong. Outside, a siren howls, then fades. You stand at the window. The street moves like a tide. Doors thrown open, people spilling into the dawn. No uniforms, no flashing lights enforcing order. A headline on the news feed reads, "For 24 hours, anything goes." You imagine rules as fragile things, glass sculptures that crumble under a loud footstep. You feel the weight of a choice you didn't ask for. Do you step out or hide? The day begins. Your heartbeat sets the camera. This is your story now. Every decision echoes. You pull on a jacket, you step into a city unmoored. Level 2. The first scene hits like a spoiler. Storefronts emptied in minutes. A coffee shop becomes a battlefield for paper cups. A woman in a suit walks away with a laptop. No one stops her. An old man pries open a jewelry case. Kids climb a police car like a jungle gym. Traffic snarls as drivers take what they want. A row of ATMs cough up cash. No guards. No receipts. You watch a perfect window display vanish into a backpack. There is a rawness to it. People unfettered reveal themselves. Some calm, some violent. A man screams at a shopkeeper, his voice full of something older than hunger. An argument becomes a shove, becomes a fight. No one calls the cops. There are no arrests. There is only improvisation. You find yourself taking inventory of risks. You could take advantage. You could be a guardian. Your hands hover over choices you never wanted. Level 3. You run into Maya from the block. She stands in front of her door like a sentry. A group corners a delivery driver with 4 boxes of medicine. They ask for everything. Maya steps forward. She tries to talk them down. Words ricochet off anger. One of them pushes her. You act. You could walk away. Instead, you step in. A cheap punch. An ugly bruise forms. You taste metal in your mouth. A woman screams. Someone calls out your name. You realize the moral clarity of the moment. With laws suspended, the only law left is what you make. You pull the driver back. You find strength you didn't know you had. For a few minutes, you become a small island of order. People thank you. Others glare. You learn quickly, heroism looks a lot like risk. Level 4, temptation arrives like a courier. You find a wallet on the bench with $200 and a key card. No camera in sight. A luxury storefront flashes jewels like teeth. You imagine a different life. An impulsive plan forms. You can walk out with something expensive. You can walk away and never look back. The adrenaline is a currency. Your palms sweat. Outside, an armored truck is cracked open like an egg. An organized crew moves like choreography. You watch thieves with a leader's calm. They have strategy. You have impulse. You weigh consequences you won't face for 24 hours. You picture the morning after. Someone else's life hangs on your next move. A child's toy ends up in your bag. You freeze. This is the seduction of permission. The thrill is a siren. You either follow it or resist. Level 5, chaos scales. Without law, the powerful improvise power. Neighborhood gangs morph into militias. A corporate security team commandeers a mall and declares it a fortress. Health clinics jam with injuries. An ambulance passes on its side, broken into like a piñata. There are moments of kindness, too. Neighbors share water. A barista opens a free counter for the elderly. But violence is a steady drumbeat. You find yourself in a hospital waiting room. A friend, elbow-bloodied, lies on a plastic chair. They whisper about a robbery gone wrong. You feel a planet of small crimes colliding with one big human cost. You realize some things no temporary law can switch off. Fear grows teeth. Trust frays. You start watching shadows in the way you watch waves before a storm. Level 6, midnight is a milestone. You check your watch. 13 hours down. The city breathes differently now. Bands of people establish rules on the fly. A grocery store sets a queue and a leader with a marker board. A rooftop community organizes protection with flashlights and kitchen knives. You choose strategy. The safe option is to hide. The brave option is to help. The selfish route is the easiest. You decide to move. You join a small convoy carrying blankets and baby formula. On the way, a block is under siege by looters. You divert. You save 3 people from a collapsing front door. Your hands are cut. Your clothing smells like smoke. A woman presses a bandage into your palm and calls you reckless. You smile, because the night has chosen you as its instrument. You barter what you have. You find an old man guarding his shop with a broomstick. He offers you a can of soup in exchange for company. You take it. You trade survival for stories. Level 7. The morning nears. You count down. The city seems to hold its breath. A digital clock flashes 23:45. People on rooftops shout into the wind. You look at everything you did, everything you took, everything you gave. An alarm in your chest ticks louder than any siren. A child hands you back the toy you slipped into your pocket hours ago. They look at you as if to measure who you became. You make one last choice. You walk back into the block where the biggest crime wave started. You find the delivery driver you helped early. His van is intact. He thanks you with a nod. You hand back the extra cash you never spent. You don't know why you do it. Maybe to prove something to yourself. Maybe to stop the echo of the night. The minute turns. You stand under a streetlight. Silence arrives like a curtain. Sirens return, thin and human. Emergency feed. Amnesty over. Laws snap back into place like a net. People freeze. You count the moments since midnight. You look at the city. You look at your hands. Some faces are elated, some exhausted, some empty. The sun rises slowly over a scraped city. You walk home. You think about the goods you kept. You think about the bruise on Maya's cheek. You think about the old man with the broomstick. You think about the woman who offered the bandage. A legal system can be switched off for a day, but the harder switch is the one inside you. You discover where you bend. You discover where you hold. In the aftermath, accountability waits. Some will be judged by courts. Most will be judged by the people they hurt or helped. You sleep with the weight of choices. Mourning is a ledger. Your actions are entries you cannot delete. You whisper promises that might become habits. You vow to be braver, kinder, sharper, because when the next silence falls, laws might still stand. But your own internal laws will always be yours to keep or break. The 24 hours end. The city breathes again. You are changed. The question isn't what happened out there. It's what you became in it. End